Yeah, good morning, everyone. A quick one this morning. This is me, your brother, your friend, Human Steven, from the stable of Matter Rising with Human Steven. Please, guys, just share this broadcast if you are right here with me right now. Kindly share this broadcast. Okay, sorry, guys. I think I'm having some. Please just share this broadcast. Let's have a heart-to-heart discussion this morning. You come and share the broadcast, give us some likes. If you're on YouTube, please give us some thumbs up and let's discuss as a people. You guys sharing the broadcast gives me a lot of joy and encouragement. With that, it helps me to know that we are actually, you know, working in one unity and we know where we are going and what we intended doing. Okay, guys. I want to appreciate you guys that's always coming out, to come and listen to this broadcast. Without you guys, we practically do nothing. And the news I have for you today is it will be very, very interesting. So we're going to continue talking about the unity of the South. Good morning, Apostle. I agree with you, Mommy. Good morning, man. We're going to continue speaking about the unity of the South. That has been my stand. I'm going to continue talking about it without not missing words. We're going to have a lot of attack while doing that, but we'll continue doing that because we know that is the way out from this log jam that we'll find ourselves. Please, you coming in, just share and give us some likes. And if you're following me on my private Facebook page, which is my testimony, by from 1st of January, I will not be using that page again as my broadcasting page because of restrictions. I will be going into my page, which is Matter Rising with Human Steven or United Southern Nigeria. So either you are following me now on Matter Rising with Human Steven or you're following me on United Southern Nigeria. Many people are actually sending me friend requests. I have over 3,500 friend requests, which I can't accept because I've already exceeded the limit of requests. So a lot of people are complaining, sending me messages in my inbox. You don't want to accept our request, bros, sister. Not that I don't want to accept your request, but when you are on the private page, which is the profile, you have a limit you can go, and that limit is 5,000. Limit. So the moment you get a 5,000 limit, you cannot do anything more than that anymore. So it becomes a little bit difficult for you to do practically nothing. So that is why it looks as if I do not want to accept people's requests. If most of you check, I am over. I'm already 5,000. Which is the maximum I can go in on a private Facebook profile. Okay, guys. So the best we can just do is to click on to Matter Rising with Human Steven or United Southern Nigeria Facebook page. Those are mine. So you're going to just go in there, just click on follow, then like the page, then we are set to go. Okay, guys, we are just a little bit below 20. So let's see how we can be able to make 20, in the two platform. That is the YouTube and the Facebook. Then we'll just start today's broadcast. Please, as you come in, press your share button and give us some likes and share the broadcast so that people can actually come in and join you in the broadcast. And the heading to today is Nnamdi Kanu blast S Southeast governors on approach to insecurity. Bandits kills 18 soldiers in Kastina. That's Sahara reporters. Nigeria needs restructuring, not Yoruba presidency. Seyi mankinde. I was never any pressure to sack Army Chief. Ihejirika Jonathan says. Okay, so that's going to be the heading for the broadcast today. Please just come in, press your share button. Let's see what is happening today. There's a lot of insecurity in Nigeria, a lot of insecurity. So much so where that it is really becoming worrisome and fearful. You know, if anybody says Nigeria is secure today, we are joking and we don't actually understand what we are doing. Mr. Frank, good morning, sir. Okay. Now, please just share and share and share and share and share. So let's go to the news headline before we go to the main news today. The news headline from Vanguard newspaper. Like I said, people always, attack me here. Guys, what I do here is I actually gives you news that is in the public domain. So the difference from what I do is that when I give you news from the public domain, I try to make analysis of what is being put down in the news. I try to talk about the news so that people can get a better, understanding of what it is being played out in the news. So everything I give to you here, I don't just manufacture it from my head. It is the news that's already trending on the Nigerian newspaper pages. All I just do is to put a little bit more color to it, try to do the analysis based on my understanding, and make people to understand where we are going and why we as the Southerners need to have unity. Okay, like I was watching one show yesterday from one Prince AK or something like that, who was actually, had a meeting with one Mazi one Igwe, Eze Awo, one mayor, and one other guy again, Isaac or so. They were on a show yesterday, and all they were doing, they were lambasting Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, guys. Like I said, I do not actually have anything against anybody about what they say, but my major concern is we are actually creating this level of disunity among us. These are Igbo men, except one guy who was from Benin or from Edo State. The other four guys are Igbo. You see them, giving a lot of blast on the persons of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And so I feel a little bit not okay, not because of Nnamdi Kanu, because like I said, I do not really like his approach, but I love what he's doing. I know he's working, but his approach might not be acceptable to me as a person. But nevertheless, my take is we are actually destroying ourselves more with our utterances and with our whatever we say. So if there is any issues between two brothers, I think the best way is to sit down and actually make some level of settlement. My worries right now is how the entire South are going to get united, settle wherever is our differences, move on as one indivisible entity, create a platform that will be workable, achievable, and accommodatable, that every one of us can be able to key into it, and then we can move on and become something better and something more workable. That is my worry. That is my cry. That is where I'm actually, putting my hammering on. Okay, guys. Ethiopian crisis, humanitarian aid for children must be a priority. UNICEF. There's a lot of finance. What is called Ethiopian crisis today about food and all that and that. So that's from Ethiopia. Now, FG licenses 203 agents to boost I NIN enrollment. You see, these people in Nigerian government are always creating unnecessary stress, to the Nigerian people. Nigeria is one country that I know do not really care about their citizens. They don't care about their feelings. They just bring up laws that they will use to control. This thing, they're going to pay for it. This whole idea, they're going to pay for it. It's not going to be free. Because even when you are registering your SIM card before now, you pay about 1,000 naira to register your SIM card. Now, when you're not doing this verification, you're going to pay. It's not going to be for free. This is why I'm saying there is a lot of imbalancing in the structure that makes up the Nigerian state. A lot of imbalancing is working there. It is killing. It is actually destroying the country more and more. Okay. Now this one, restructuring not about breaking up Nigeria, but correcting its wrongs. Femi Falana, the human rights activist Femi Falana, and the lawyer San is saying that restructuring not about breaking up Nigeria, but correcting its wrongs. Many of this political class, particularly people like Shehu Gaba and some Nota oligarchs, like I always say, guys need to start getting it clearly. This not our legacy have already held us hostage. They have held us captive because restructuring to them is breaking up. You don't know why? Because they're already feasting. They are feasting on the Nigerian wealth. That's what they're feasting on today. So because they're feasting on the Nigerian wealth, so if you talk about restructuring, you mean breakup. You mean breakup. That is my problem. You mean breakup to them. Restructuring means breakup to them. Good morning, guys. Please just share the video as you come in. Bury at 78. If we only knew this president, this was for Femi Adesina. Mr. Femi Adesina, sir, you are one of the first Satana that have actually failed woefully in everything. Can you tell us what is the actual benefit of the Buhari government? My dear Mercy, good morning, how you doing? What is the actual benefit of Buhari's government to the Nigerian citizens since 2015 till now? Can you itemize, analyze what had Buhari done in the last 5 years plus that he had been in power? You always come out to praise him, but you have not been able, even when we ask you questions, you throw insult back at us. For you to answer our questions, you throw insult back at us as an answer. Or rather, you want to bully us into believing in your assumption and your submission that Buhari is the best thing that have ever happened to Nigeria. I am putting to you clearly and simple, what is the actual benefit of Buhari's administration in the last 5 years plus? I will be so glad if you can do that before the end of 2020. Is it a government that put Nigeria into recession twice within 5 years? Is it a government that meant the exchange rate at a very low cost and today it has tripled or 4 times higher than how he met it? Is it a government that inflation has increased up to because during the Jonathan time it was 1-digit inflation, today it's not double-digit inflation of 14% rise in the cost of living? Is it a Nigerian that where life is no more worth living? Is it a Nigerian that killing has not become, practically an order of the day? Is it a Nigerian that children have not been picked from their school randomly without no form of threat to them? Is it a Nigerian where if security apparatus are being killed, soldiers are being killed as if civilians are the one dying? Can you just tell me where Buhari has actually performed based on your own assumption. You say what they're saying because you make so much money from the government. You're living large, you're getting fat and fat every day. You're becoming this very big, over bloated. Your ego have been over bloated out of proportion because you're actually working in the villa. This was not actually the guy who lambasted, Jonathan all through his 6 years in government. What is happening today in Buhari government, half of it never happened in Jonathan's administration. People are already coming out. Ganduje was there trying to explain. What's his name of this man? Undume was there publicly apologizing. Dino Milei have already gone out to apologize. Saraki was already there apologizing. So everyone are beginning to say that they over criticize the government of Jonathan. Having seen the policies of Jonathan and the policies of this present administration, with all the money that have been borrowed, nothing to show for it, rather than fat fools in Aso Rock, eating the collective wealth, borrowed wealth of the generations of yet unborn, leaving us at the mercies of the Chinese government. That very soon we are going to end up being a victim, a colony, a captive, a conquest of the Chinese. Just the way they did to Zambia. Is that the achievement or the body that we want to know? Imo, Uzodinma presented 346 billion budget of wealth creation for 2021. These people, they always have a very big name they give to their budgets. And at the end of the day, they come here not being able to do nothing. When is the president, nobody should impose anybody on us. Umbazolike Amici, nobody should impose anybody on us. Yet the National Assembly has power to replace the 1999 Constitution. What are they waiting for? Why haven't they done that? If you have such a power to replace the 1999 Constitution, why allowing the nation to die? Why allowing the nation to die? Why allowing the nation to die? Corrupt property sold at giveaway prices in secret inquiry commission. You see, all these people know is how to perpetually leave us all in poverty. That's all they know. That's all they know. Nothing more. They continuously leaving us in abject poverty. ICC probe implication for military war against insurgency. Freedom, another casualty of COVID-19 pandemic. Kastina adoption. Kidnappers in talk through Meitiala Masari. You see, when we're talking about this Meitiala, the entire northern state, we are jumping up and down like some form of frogs. Now, the kidnappers are not talking through Meitiala. It means Meitiala, you remember, the Boko Haram leader made claims to the adoption of the 600 boys from the government secondary school in Kankara, Kastina State, a few days ago. Now today, the Meitiala are not the people that is now having a discussion, a talk between the kidnappers and the Kano State government. So Meitiala should be able to tell us how they manage to start becoming, a mediator between a kidnapper and the government of Nigeria. So having said that, let's go to the news proper. Let's go to the news proper. Let me see if I can share a video here first. The video is really disturbing anyway, guys. It's like it's not playing out on my. It's like it's not playing out on my device there. I don't know what happened. Okay, guys, no, that's not a worries. Let me go on. I think that was just to show you the killings of soldiers that just took place in Nigeria a few days ago. Okay. Now let's look at the first video, the first news I have for you today. You know, please, guys, just bear with me. Share this video. Let's put up some shares and let's invite more people in. We have news today. You know, I'm going to talk about unity later, but I always try to give us the entire news that happened within the Nigerian state. And the first news here we have is Arawa house attack. How dignitaries broke windows to escape. Harawa's house attack. How dignitaries broke windows to escape. Said a resource person at the Botched Security Summit organized by the Coalition for Northern Group in Kaduna, Dr. Yauza Ahmed Yesto, has given a graphic details on how dignitaries escaped dead at the Arawa House, Kaduna on Monday. Speaking in an interview with the BBC Hausa, Dr. Ahmed Yesto said when the talks descended on dignity during the summit, windows at the Arawa House auditorium were broken while emergency doors were created to enable dignitaries to escape. According to him, there were religious leaders, traditional rulers, right activists, and security agents from the 19 northern states. The objective of the gathering was to deliberate on the unending security problem in the north, which is disturbing the region, and to proffer solution. While we were about starting the summit after the prayer session, the young youth boys invaded the venue, wielding sticks, swords, and other dangerous weapons. They started breaking windows at the Harawa Auditorium House where we were seated. They started eating at the people. Important dignitaries started fleeing through the windows. Windows were broken to enable very important people to escape. Doors were forcefully created so as to have more passage and escape routes. When asked if the CNG sought for permission from the authority or from the state government before embarking on the summit, Dr. Kesto said the representative of the police was there and he witnessed the attack. The representative of the SSS was there. He was there during the attack. If they were not informed, they would not have been there. They were notified. That was why They were there. The thugs came in a violent manner. They smashed some vehicles. There was no way we could have asked them who sent them. But when some brave ones among us dared them and comforted them, they ran away and crossed over the main road. We thank Almighty Allah. Among them, we can identify some. The person that led them, it was identified. He was identified. Everyone, house security officer, we were able to arrest him and handed him over to the police. The police came with 3 trucks full of the operative. After people have dispersed, they went away with the person. He said they were not deterred by what happened, as it has embedded them to do more for the benefit of the larger society. End of quote. Now, this is what they get when people refuse to do the right thing. Guys, share this video, give us some likes. If you're on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and share the video also, and subscribe if this is your first time of being with us on our YouTube page. Now, one thing these guys don't know is this: when you feed insecurity because of political benefit, the consequences is this. You feed them, give them for the bottle with milk. They become big. Like I said, somebody who saw a cub. You know what is a cub? There is a small lion in the bush when the mother was being killed by a hunter. You took the lion home. Began to feed the lions with milk. And from there, you started giving the lion meat. From there, you started giving the lion bones. Using other people's chickens to feed your lion. The day the chicken of this people would have finished, exhausted, there's nothing more to eat, the lion will come for your children. When the children would have been exhausted, the lion will come for you. What they not did during Jonathan administration, when they thought they were actually destroying the government of Jonathan by creating those insecurity and insurgency, today the chicken has actually come home to roast. It is not a pay time for them. This is just the beginning. Like I said yesterday, what is happening in the north, it will not happen in the south. If it happens in the south, the entire south will burst into flame. We are very outspoken. We don't keep quiet in the face of any form of oppression. Just that we have some few bad eggs among us who have refused to understand how things are workable in this present dispensation. We have few who have had the opportunity of being in power because they have stolen so much, so they've given that leverage to remain in government. So they now sell us out, those of us who have conscience. We are being sold out into their very myopic reasoning because of their greed and selfish interest. People now see all the Satanas as being the same. No, we are not. We are people that are very articulate in our way of reasoning. We are people that see, human life as very, very important. We are people that understand that life itself is not worth taking for no reason. The majority of the Satana cannot kill a fly. The majority of the Satana can't kill a fly. They're scared of murdering anyone, of killing anyone, except some few. So you guys already, what you have created is coming back to you guys again. Okay? Then the next thing I'm going to read is, I was not under pressure to sack ex-army chief Ihejirika Jonathan said in the launching of his book. Yeah, guys, there's one thing about us Satanans. We always do everything to please the North. And the reason why I'm trying to still fathom it out, I don't know. You are in my house. I feed you. I clothe you. I pay your school fees. I pay your children's school fees. I practically do everything for you. Yet I'm still afraid of you. Is what I'm trying to actually fathom out. What is wrong with our leaders? You don't have to do this in order just to please its northern oligarchy masters. We are always trying to avoid the truth. Reasons best known to us as a region. The North will never say anything to bring down their own side. The former President Goodluck Jonathan on Tuesday said he was not under any pressure to sack the former Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Azubike Ihejirika from office. Speaking during a book launch in his honor in Abuja, Jonathan, as some people thought, he sacked the general due to some pressure from the North. Sir, with all due respect, the general was sacked because the Northern were already complaining that it was killing his people. And because you needed power at all costs, you have to sack the guy out of office. Cure ED. No pretense about it. The reason why you sacked him was because you actually obeyed your northern masters, slave masters. That's just it. He mentioned by removing the Chief of Staff, General Ihejirika, and said that because there was so much pressure on me from the North, it was not pressure, Jonathan said. If somebody is doing what is right, even if you want to hit my head and spill my blood, I will not sack the person. Oh, are you not saying, Mr. Jonathan, that Ihejirika was not actually doing the right thing? Have you now succumbed to what the North were saying, that it was actually killing their people for nothing? Are you not telling me that Lieutenant General Ihejirika was worse than this present Chief of Army Staff, Burita? Are you not telling me that the last... Oh God, sometimes sometimes I get really frustrated when I see the South selling out every time. I don't know why the certain people just love power so much that they are ready to sell their conscience for a mold of bread. I can't really fathom our thinking ideology, our thinking mentality as a people. Did not defend what they know is right. We all knew that during the time of this man was already disseminating the Boko Haram insurgency in Nigeria. Before there was an outcry from this president of today, General Muhammadu Buhari, and some northerners, including Kokaso of Kano State, Ganduje, the Nnamdi Kanu, Malam Nasari El-Rufai, Lamido Sanusi Muhammad, the former emir of Kano. They were all cries all over, even out of his eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, Said Mohammed. They were all crying, complaining, giving all sort of things over what our brother was doing. Trying to end every form of insurgency, particularly in the metropolis of Abuja State, the capital city. You were pressurized, sir, to drop in. Jonathan, I just got to beg you. Stand in that ego that we have given to you as a role model. Don't mess up yourself because of any political office you want to jump into. Don't sell your birthright. The world have recognized you as a man who stands for something nice. Hold on to it, bros. You're a leader, so let that level, keep it going. Don't allow people to rubbish all you've worked for. That is their plan. And we Southerners, you are falling for it because of a mole of porridge. They've already promised you to come back in 2023. That's the one who use you now to rubbish the South. Not for them to give you power. The imbalance in Nigeria today is actually being created by the greed of the Southerners. The imbalance today in Nigeria is actually created by the greediness of the South. Also speaking during the launch, a former lawmaker representing Kogi West Central District in National Assembly, Senator Dino Melayi, tendered a public apology to Jonathan for campaigning against him in the run-up to 2015 general election. To the ex-lawmaker, his apology is born out of what he described as the state of the Nigerian nation, coupled with what the ex-president achieved while in office. Having seen what he did as president and the story set of our country today, I want to publicly say, once I was blind, now I can see. On behalf of all of us who shot blindly, we are sorry. Very, very sorry, he said. On his part, the Kano State Governor, Abdullahi Ganduje, commended the ex-president for conceding defeat in the 2015 general election. He also aided Jonathan for his administration effort in the Amajori system of education in the north. See, they will always come and praise you after they've destroyed you. That's what they do. They're already praising him now because knowing fully well that the one they called Messiah had failed woefully. People are saying today, guys, listen to me. Like I said, I have my differences with Nnamdi Kanu, okay? I have my differences with grandson, the guy who is standing for the Juduwa Republic, okay? But one thing that we have in common is that something is wrong with the Nigeria of today. That's the truth. There was an IPOB in 2014. You guys know that. IPOB did not come up in the time of Buhari. No, IPOB was already in existence before Buhari. Maso was already in existence right from the time of Obasanjo. So the agitation for the Biafra Republic have been on the front burner, but not in this level of aggressiveness. So this level of aggressiveness was caused as a result of the manhandling of the process by the government of Buhari. We, as Nigerians, we must tell ourselves the truth. Nnamdi Kanu was just talking, was in Lagos talking. He created this Radio Biafra. He was making his broadcast. From nowhere, the Buhari government became agitated, became uncomfortable. The young man came home. He was picked at the Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos, and was whisked away, and that was it. Just like today, I'm doing my best right now. I'm saying what I feel is okay. And having people who actually now believe in my motto, in my principle, in my belief of having us united in the South, not for us to be able to have a better Nigeria. Maybe tomorrow I will just go home. I'll be picked at the airport for instigating the public against the government. And when that happens, you're going to see some people who actually believe in my cause. You just create unnecessary group, begin to agitate for my release. From there, it will metamorphose into something else. This is what we're having today. Inability to manage situation brought us to this plate of the hype-up today. Inability to manage situation brought us to this stage of Boko Haram today. Inability to manage situation brought us to the stage of these Fulani elders today. Inability to manage situation brought us to this level of banditry today. Inability to manage situation brought us to this level of kidnapping, rapid kidnapping, that people are not be kidnapped, not even know whether they have money or not. In Nigeria today, people are being just picked up randomly, whether they have money or not. Did you pick them up? How you came on? No, concerning. Wow, you were going. Okay, guys. So let's look at the next one again before I go to the main one today. Let's look at the next one again. This is from Seyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State. He said Nigeria needs restructuring, not Yoruba presidency. Governor Seyi Makinde. This story from Sahara Reporters. Nigeria needs restructuring, not Yoruba presidency, Governor Makinde said. The Oyo State Governor, Mr. Seyi Makinde, has said Nigerians need adequate security and restructuring of the country, much more than who occupies the presidency. Thank you, guy. You know, you've always been my favorite, Seyi. You've always been my favorite. You've proven to us that there are some youth that their brains are still working. You know, I respect you so much. I salute your level of understanding of how things ought to have been done. Yourself and Ayede of Akwa Ibom State, you guys are one of my favorite guys. You guys are young guys who are actually doing well, exploit in your different states. You know, I'm so proud of you, guys. I must say this: you've been an inspiration to people like me who I never love being in government, anyways. Okay, I'm not envying you because I know you guys are really under much pressure, but yet you've been very articulate in whatsoever you say or whatsoever you do, you know. And since you came into your state, you know, you have become, you know, had grown up, has gone to very high level, you know, and you put your back into the map, you know, as an ancient city, you know. So I will say kudos to you, my brother. I really appreciate you. Okay. The governor who thought this, he said, we are running around the country because of their presidential ambition, said those politicians will soon know better. Yeah, that's very cool because you are a youth. You know what the youth are passing through. You know what the youth can do. You know how strong and willed the youth are when they take a decision. They don't understand what they are doing until they sit down and begin to have a rethinking. Nigeria is going into flame very soon. Do you know yesterday that the Eastern Security Network actually they own guns? The Eastern Security Network actually own guns. They have guns at their disposal, guys. So Nigeria is really going a little bit far from what we think. So if these guys think that whatever that is happening in Nigeria today is just a play, then I think somebody is actually missing out somewhere. Okay? They own guns. They have guns. They have guns at their disposal, guys. So these guys are not just playing. They are ready to do a job. Okay? They own guns. So any form of unnecessary, you know, attack on them might result to a very big fight up, kind of. Okay? That's the truth of the matter there, guys. They own guns. They have guns at their disposal. You know? So, Makinde, in a statement on Tuesday by his chief press secretary, Taiwo Adisa, was quoted to have spoken in Ibadan at the handover of 33 operational vehicles and 396 motorcycles to the Oyo State Security Agency, popularly known as Operation Amotekun. He had earlier given 25 vehicles to the police an operational boss to combat insecurity in the state. Mankinde, I have heard some of our political leaders joking around and saying they want to become the president of Nigeria in 2023. I think what we need at this stage is to secure our people and restructure Nigeria. It does not matter who is the president in Abuja. In a restructured Nigeria, every corner of the country will feel the impact of the government. This is what we need. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Good morning, Mary. Thank you very much, my brother. That is the truth there. They are all running around. Nobody wants to listen. Today, we have the Eastern Security Network having harms right now with them. Not registered harms. That can lead to anything, guys. If they are being provoked, they can go haywire. I saw them on Twitter. Good morning, Justice. I saw them on Twitter, parading, Anambra area. They can go haywire if they're being provoked. That is the truth, guys. So they are not seeing anything yet. They are just concerned. Some of them are just concerned over what they're going to benefit from the Nigerian state. They're not concerned over the lives of an average Nigerian. The life of you and I. None of them is concerned. But thank God that we see here people who their brain are still in their head. So may God protect those running around for the presidency till 2022. Amen. That's the truth. May God protect those running around for the presidency till 2022. By that time, we will meet, and by then we will get to know whether it is restructured Nigeria or Yoruba president that we need. Although it did not mention Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the All Progressive Congress leader that had been traveling to some part of the country while his foot soldiers have been going around to solicit support for his presidential ambition. Mankinde lauded Amotoku, saying the impact of the security agency was being felt all over the state. If we cannot get state police now, this country will get there. We have community policing. But we need to do better than that. But in the absence of state police, we have our own Amotoku Corps, and the operation are doing very well, he added. End of quote. Okay, so that is from my friend Seyi Mankinde. He's one guy that I love very well. He's a guy that does things and sorry, guys. So, guys, what's this now?
This is Eastern Security Network.
These are not Boko Harams.
Anambra State Command on patrol. Patrolling our farms to make sure there is adequate security for our mothers to farm, our women, to make sure there is no crime anymore in our country, in this old eastern region.
You show them they are carrying AK-49.
To make sure that
AK-47
are free from kidnappers, Fulani herdsmen, killings of any kind, to make sure they stop it in old eastern region.
Now, guys, you might call Nnamdi Kanu any name you want. Okay, you guys know me. I say the way it is. I am an apostle of Apostle Afro Yunusa, which says talk as it be. I say the way it is. So you see that now. That is the Eastern Security Network. They are well armed. No, not just with guns, not just with pump actions. They are well armed with AK-47, AK-49. So Nigeria is getting to a place that we do not actually want it to get to. And the people in Abuja are not seeing what some of us are seeing. People in they are not trying to talk what some of us are talking. They feel as if nothing is happening. It does not concern them. As far as they have been able to make so much money, they are fine like that. Let me tell you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all your calls, us, who are jetting for presidency, those of you who are jetting for governorship, and all that and that, guys, listen to me. You only rule a country that is at peace. When a nation is at war, when a nation is under the grip of insecurity, you can't do nothing. Nigeria is still functioning today because the South is secured to a reasonable extent. When I mean security in the South, there is no form of youth restiveness or insurgency in the South. Okay? So you guys should understand it. Now, we still have a reasonable, peaceful Nigeria today because the South is still very, very peaceful internally, except the invasion of the South by the Edas from Futajelo and other parts of Africa. Talking about the certain people itself, we have relatively very peaceful environment, not like the North, that every part of the North have become a war zone created by themselves, be operated by themselves. So any governor today in the South that is not thinking in the direction of Seyi Makinde, or that's not thinking in the direction of me, that's not thinking in the direction of many of us who are asking restructure this nation right now. If Nigeria is restructured, no one cares who is the president of Nigeria. I repeat, if there is a restructured Nigeria, nobody cares who is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Nobody will care. And Iboma will not care. Iboma will not care. And the German will not care. Because at that time, everybody takes care of their different states or region. What Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for is give us freedom in the East. If you don't want to let us go, restructure Nigeria, let us go back to the way we were and let us run our life our ways. Let our mineral resources be for us. Let us pay some royalty to the federal level. Give us the liberty, give us the right to protect ourselves in our own land, so that we will not be killed the way we are being killed, and we don't have any form of protection from the Nigerian security because all of them are already sold out. They have colluded with these insurgents. If an Igbo man kills anybody, or a Benin man kills any Hausa man, he's being picked up immediately and thrown into prison. But if an Hausa man kills anyone in the South, they are being protected for reasons best known to them. These people, particularly certain leaders, should start seeing what we are talking about. The Nigerian system of today is not working. We should not try to play around that because of our political correctness or political affiliations. Because we want to get power at all costs, we are not trying to allow what is wrong to be right. The Nigerians today are failed. What do you think that people have to run through the Mediterranean Sea to escape the burden? Why? Because the nation had failed. Why do you think those young guys you just saw now will pick up arms against the state? Why? Because the nation had failed. In a sane society, every of these leaders are supposed to have sat down to start articulating on how they are going to make the region or the nation workable. Good morning, sir. JJ. Not everybody. Listen, you only contest an election when there is peace. The South is becoming, we are peaceful people. That's why I said, please, if we can come together, we can do more. We are peaceful people. We don't like war. We love enjoyment. We love our lives. We are hardworking. We have future. We think futuristically as a people. So we will not want to carry arms against anybody except when we are being provoked. An average Southerner don't kill anyhow. It's not in our DNA. It's not in our DNA as a people. But sometimes when you provoke us to the level that we find ourselves, we need to protect. I am calling on all our leaders in the South, from the West to the East to the South. Guys, listen. We have bear the bond for a long time. The plan of the founding fathers, like the Nnamdi Azikiwe's, like the Awolowo's, like the Enaro's, of blessed memories, their idea of the Nigeria that they had in mind was a Nigeria whereby an Igbo man would take care of itself and its resources and support the federal government. The same with an Hausa man, the same with a Yoruba man, the same with any part of the nation. That was the idea that they had while they sat down to draw the 1957 constitution that gave birth to the 1959 election. The first time we in the Nigerian government actually ruled themselves. That also gave birth to the 1960 independent constitution. That also gave birth to the 1963 constitution. We never bargained for this kind of system that we are operating today. Never in the DNA of our leaders, never in the mindset, the thinking of the people that actually fought for the independence of this contraction called Nigeria. It was never. We got to where we are today because some of the certain leaders who were supposed to be the disciples of people like Awolowo, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Enaro fell out because of greed and power for wealth. They saw leadership. They saw leadership as the only source of acquiring wealth and becoming powerful in the society. And when they came in order for them to consolidate on their hold on the people, they still blindly and they cut off the chain of the middle chain in the cadre of operation and allow us to have two classes. Either you are super rich or you are super poor. They practically do everything to make sure even the middle class is being destroyed completely so that there will be no level of competition. Because that has been what has been happening in the north. Okay? So the northern state have been like that. They only have two classes. The fooders and the talakawas. There's no middle class. From the beginning in the north. They have the fooders, the oligarchs, and the talakawas, the datrodis. But in the south, we have the fooders, we have the middle class, and we have the talakawas. So the middle class was always in between. So there was this level of not being able to understand what is happening between the middle class and the rich people or the poor. They were the cushion point, the midpoint. So when these people came, because of their greed, they decided to break away because the middle class has the power to either communicate with the poor people and also communicate with the rich because they were in between. So they need to break that middle class away so that they will have access to perpetually impoverish the poor of the poor. And they forget when an hungry man is angry. When an hungry man is angry, anything is possible. Go check, go read history. How do Boko Haram enroll the northern youth into their camp? Because of food. They give them money, sometimes 50,000 naira to their families. Many of the youth in the north who are Boko Haram today are actually giving money to go into Boko Haram, 50,000. Do you know how much they pay people in the south to kill people? I assassin. Sometimes 10,000 naira. As low as 10,000 naira. As low as 10,000 naira, they will commit a crime. Do you know why? Because these rich people, these greedy leaders, are actually break the middle class. That now nobody to compete with them. Either you are poor or you are rich. Extremely poor and extremely rich. And when that is the case, if you got to a point, these poor people, they will become very, very angry. And they will turn around against you. And when they do, because they are hungry and they became angry, anything is possible for them. They would have lost hope in life. They have no future. They have no plans. So you see in Nigeria today, 40 years old guy is still sleeping in his daddy's kitchen in his city room. Nothing to talk about. So they're going to say, what am I going to live for? That leads to what we are seeing today in the north. And if care is not taken, guys, we will start seeing it in the south. And let me shock you guys. When people don't talk so much, when people don't act so much, when people don't bear arms quickly, be afraid of such a people. I repeat this. When a man is very quiet, he doesn't react so fast, violently. Rather, he talks with his mouth. Please, guys, be afraid of them. Do not provoke them to a level whereby they lose control of themselves. When they do, they are very, very violent. This is what is seen in the East today. Like I said, I'm going to repeat it again. I might not like Nnamdi Kanu's style. I might not like Asari Dokubo's style. Okay, guys? Because I don't believe. No, but one thing I will say, this is just what I'm trying to say now. If you get to a point, people will need a leader, a motivator, an orator, one that is articulate, one that can speak and the earth shakes, one that has the words to convince the people. And the East got that in the person of Nnamdi Kanu. Take it or leave it. Nnamdi Kanu is an orator. He's a smooth talker. He has that gift in him, and it's working perfectly for him. Hear this again, the Nigerian government. If you think you can be able to end the IPOB with violence, it's not going to be possible, sir. Like I said, I don't support them. You all know that. But I'm one who tells you the truth the way it is. If you think you can be able to end them in this manner, government, it's not possible, sir. OPC is still in the West. If IPOB take one step up, OPC will do the same thing. The Niger Delta militants, they are still there, not being eradicated completely from Niger Delta. They will take one step up. Coupled with the insurgency that is already in the entire north. The northeast, we have Boko Haram. The northwest, we have banditry. And the middle, we have Fulani Elders. If you're not after having any form of insurgency in the south, then the country will turn into a banana republic. So my plea with the presidency today and everyone in government is to sit down and start talking. What are they agitating for? If it's to restructure the nation for the betterment of all. Don't just keep quiet and feel like nothing is happening. We might end up in a state that we don't want to be in. I've seen what happened in Somalia. I've seen what happened in Sudan. I've seen what happened in Ethiopia, Eritrea. I do not want Nigeria to be there. The population of Nigeria alone is the population of nearly these three countries I just quoted put together. So you will know what it is if we go into anything that is against the will of the people. We might be smiling now, but not smile all through. If the entire North and South leaders thinks they have private jets to fly away, but you have many of your businesses, many of your houses, your families in Nigeria. When the war comes, no one knows who the bomb is going to hit. You can't fly abroad and live like a fugitive when you were actually living like a lord in your own country. You can't fly to the United States and start living like a pauper when you're actually living a life of affluence, having body loan, having a palatial building, having, series of security, agencies protecting you all around. But if you go to America, bros, you will drive yourself by yourself. These luxuries will disappear. You cook your food by yourself. Because you cannot even pay for an house girl. Not like in Nigeria where you have them in bulk. You pay them peanuts and they work for you. I'm calling on the millionaires in the South. Not millionaires, I mean millionaires that actually work millionaires, not criminals from politics, okay? Talk about millionaires in the South. To start thinking alike. Let's begin to join the youth in demanding for accountability. Let's stop bankrolling every corrupt leader from the South. When the government, you guys know them because you work together, you eat together. When you know that the government is corrupt, please, guys, make sure that they don't come back again. End their political career even before it starts. Join the youth to make the right decisions. Because it's going to benefit you more than it benefit us who have nothing to lose. Many of you have airlines in Nigeria. Many of you have airlines. How many of airlines can you fly away when the war starts? Many of you have series of cars everywhere. How many of your cars can you fly away when the war starts? Or when this anarchy kicks off? You see why you guys should start sitting down now, asking this youth, what is the problem? How do you want us to help you? Not trying to oppress them continuously. The more you oppress the youth, the more resistance they create. I repeat this. The more oppression you put on the youth, the more resistance they create. So that is the reason why the entire South must unite. Listen, sir. The restructuring they are talking about, it is not the entire South. They're talking about restructuring. That's the problem there. All they needed is for them to come together as one. They've not done that. That is why they're not telling them no. If they come together, that problem with the South, that's why I'm clamoring for unity of the South. If the South come together today, the North has no say. It's either you restructure or you divide. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. It's simple, pure. The choice is yours. Make the choice. If the entire South speaks in one voice, the way the North are speaking in one voice, the North has no say. Why there is this divide and rule system that be created that makes the North to feel they can easily control the South? That is why we are still where we are today. If the agitation for restructuring is the same in the South, they sit together, don't speak differently. Nobody will listen to you. They will go and give some people money. Like Mankinde just said now, if Mankinde speak and every other governor in the West, in the South and in the East speaks the same way, they have a meeting, whether you're APC or PDP, put political differences aside and fight for your people and see if we will not get there. But no, alas, they won't. What will they do? They keep quiet. No, we don't want to offend our political party. But your people are dying. Your people are in abject poverty. The rate of poverty is increasing by the day. So what is the way out? The way out is we need to sit down and start thinking like a people. Okay, guys. Now let me take the last news for today. Then we'll do more analysis and we'll close. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm just doing my best, guys. It's not easy. Nnamdi Kanu blasts South-East governor on approach to insecurity. This I will give to him 100%. This I will give to him 100%. The South, not only Southeast alone, the entire South state, except the Yorubas who now came up with Amotekun today. They have actually done well. The South, nothing we have seen. The Southeast, we've actually seen nothing to protect our lives. And people have been killed in the South, and the Southeast. Sometimes we don't even talk anymore because when we talk, they pick us up. The Hausas are a little bit even afraid of the Southwest than they are afraid of the South and the Southeast. We must tell ourselves the truth, guys. The Hausas actually respect the Southwest a little bit than they respect us in the South and Southeast. Whether we like it or not. The day the South speaks in one voice, bros, the Northerners, we bow. I'm not joking, guys. The day we speak in unison, that is the day of a better Nigeria. We did it in the past. It is it possible that we can do it this time? I'm talking about history. That's what I'm begging. I spoke yesterday with I begged all of them yesterday, Nnamdi Kanu. I even saw one now, Maziezi, Ifeanyi. I saw one again, one mayor. I saw one again, one Igwe somewhere. And, the likes of Magnus, Ude Civilian, Asari Dokubo, Don Pedro Baseki, and many of these people. I am calling on all you guys. Sit down at a round table. Thank God we have Zoom today. Even make it easier. You can sit wherever you are and Zoom yourself in and begin to talk. Begin to put for a solution on how we can move, the Southern Nigerian forward. Okay? The leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Monday said that the Southeast government approach to the issue of insecurity, criminal and killer headmen is indicative of the mindset of a divide and conquered people. This I believe. I think these have been one of my take every day. Like I said, I bring every news to this table. When the one I feel I need to analyze on and tell you where I feel it's not okay, I tell you. But this one you just said now, I've said it several times. That is what they have been doing: divide and rule, divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer. That has been the issue: divide and conquer. Until we understand that, we will not be able to go nowhere. It just hit the nail on the head. Maybe he started seeing what some of us are seeing. So if we divide and conquer, then we all must come together. It's divide and conquer. That is the plan. That is the method of operation. Divide and conquer. Nnamdi Kanu said it all. In this very particular publication, he nailed it in the head. Divide and conquer system. That's what they use. And our leaders are a bit dumb to see it glaring in their faces. In a statement he personally signed and made available to newsmen through IPOB Media and Publicity Secretary Iman Powerful, Mazi Kanu alleged that the pathetic, cowardly, fragmented approach to the great threat to Southeast existence is a result of years of cruel and deliberate partitioning of the people's land, cutting Igbo land into 5 states, dividing it and calling it aliens names. He said that the southeastern governors have allowed themselves to become willing tools of the caliphate for destruction. I think that some Igbo people have been cajoled and intimidated to the point where they deny their own identity. Nnamdi Kanu's statement reads, having waited for many years of our governor to secure our land, as Yoruba governor did to no avail, we the people of the East, comprising of the Southeast and the South-South, have resolved to defend our farmland from the ravage of terrorism and extrajudicial killing by the criminals and killers, headmen, backed by Nigerian armed force. We can't allow what happened in Obibo to repeat itself. It has fallen on this generation to defend our land against the ravage of the terrorism and the hegemonic tendency of a particular ethnic groups in Nigeria. For years, our mothers have not been able to visit their farm for fear of being raped and cut to pieces. Our invaders, some of them from Seyi, Gambia, according to El-Rufai, are in our villages raping and killing at will. Our response to the endless cycle of insecurity is allowing our mothers and sisters to be raped. The Delta State governor had inaugurated Operation Delta Hawk, a new security outfit in the classic fragmented approach of the East to issue of national importance. The West was united in their effort. This is where I'm coming from, the unity. The unity. The West was united in their effort to combat a particular ethnic group terrorism in their territory. Even the Metiala, an open supporter of killer Edme, had the guts to float a vigilante outfit that they wanted to spread to every nook and corner of Nigeria with the support of the presidency and the northern governors. Sadly, in our land, the governor in the East cowardly allowed themselves to become fragmented out of fear of displeasing their caliphate masters. The approach of the Eastern governors to the issue of insecurity and an ethnic group terrorism is indicative of the mindset of a divide and rule conquered people. The pathetic, cowardly, and fragmented approach to this great threat to our existence is a result of years of deliberate partitioning of our land, cutting the Igbos into 5 inconsequential states, dividing us and calling us alien names like Niger Delta, South, Southeast, and good news knows what else. We have allowed ourselves to become willing to of the caliphate in our destruction. Some Igbo people have been cajoled and intimidated to the point that they were denied their own identity. For example, Iwike, who now answer Wike, decided to massacre his own people at Obibo for the reward of being named the vice presidential candidate in 2023, Nnamdi Kanu said. Nnamdi Kanu, who also told those weeping for the bloodletting in northern Nigeria that he speaks as a human being who is possessed of a compatriot spirit of suffering, humans everywhere, and not discriminating against anyone. First, I speak as a human being who is oppressed of a compatriot spirit with suffering humans everywhere. Second, I speak as a witness of the suffering of the Biafrans at the hands of the Nigerian compatriots. All to the point that instead of warning, our resolve for a separate state has been strengthened and cast in stone. Today, I present to the world our first and last line of defense against the particular ethnic group, inspired anarchy and mayhem across the entire Middle Belt and the South. The Eastern Security Network is here to bring to an end years of Metiala terrorism on our land. The security outfit modeled along the line of Amoteko in the West and Metiala Vigilante Group in the North will provide the entire South, East, South, and Southeast with the necessary assurance that crime as kidnapping, armed robbery, illegal occupation of our forests, and riverbank buying, marauding killers from the Sahara is brought to an end with immediate effect. Every ethnic group across Biafra land is well represented in this formation. Therefore, I am confident that every city, town, and villages will be protected from the ravage of killer headmen and other terrorist activities in whatsoever guise it manifests itself. End of quote. So, like I said, this guy has ways of putting words together. He's an orator. He's a smooth talker. That's the truth of the matter there. So nobody can take that from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody can. I love the way he speaks anyways. I love his command of expression. I love his phrases being put together, and I would say that the guy is good at that. Okay, guys. Now, what he had just put up here is a fantastic one. No two ways about it, guys. He said something very nice. But, because there's always a but. There's always a but. The but is, we must unite. It is not in the capacity of one person to do this all alone. It's not working. The unity of the South is no more negotiable. It is now a fact that we all must do. If you want peace in the South, I repeat, if you want peace in the South, then you all must unite. It is no more negotiable. It is not something that we need to start discussing about. That can we do it or we shouldn't do it? No, it has gone beyond that. We all must unite. That is the truth, guys. Right now, where we are today, the unity is the answer. We all must unite. It made some valid points. There's actually an invasion of the South by this rampaging Fulani herders, waving AK-47 at our women and our fathers in their farms. They've taken over our forests. They actually control the entire forest in the South today. But can one man do it? No. Can we do it together? Very possible. So I'm calling on you guys again. Drop your differences. Drop your ego. If your fight is actually for the emancipation of the South from this rampaging invaders from Futajelo and Seyi part of Africa. Unite together. Have a common front. Decide on what path to take and secure the entire southern states. It doesn't matter the names our states are being called now. To me, it is inconsequential. We don't even have the South Side, the Southeast, the Southwest. In my dictionary, we have a Southern Nigeria. That's what we were before the amalgamation. There was no Southeast before amalgamation. It was the amalgamation of the North and the Southern Nigeria. That was what it was called. Go and look at the Constitution that brought about the 1914 amalgamation Constitution. The South and the North was brought together. So there was no that Southwest or Southeast. So the idea of Southwest Southeast came as a result of the British manipulation to make Nigeria to become ungovernable. That's how the Southwest Southeast came into existence, guys. So we should not sit down and begin to follow the same idea that the British gave to us. We must end it. We must end it. So if we believe that we will be divided into states that are giving us names that are alien to us, actually the Southeast is an alien to us. The Eastern region is an alien to us. It was given to us by the British. We were never Eastern region. We were never Western region. There was no region in the time before these idiots came into our country. There was no region. There was no region before these idiots came into our country, took over our lands. They were the ones that were dividing us into with their own ways. It was a Nigerian concept that gave us East and West. Somebody getting me now? It is the Nigerian government that gave us East. I mean, the Nigerian contraction that gave us East and West. Before the Nigerian contraction, there was nothing like East and West. We were independent nations in our own right before the coming of these invaders who invaded us, killed our people, forcefully brought us to this marriage that we are today. So, if we want to destroy the entire framework, then we must start from the beginning. The only thing we know was the South, because we were in the southern part, the savannah area of the today Nigeria. Then they were in the Sahara, the Sahara Desert area of today Nigeria. We're independent countries in the south of the Sahara. They were independent country of the north of the Sahara. We're in the savannah, they were in the Sahara Desert. That is just that was the nature that God placed us into. So there was no east, there was no west, we only had south. So when they came, the Igbo was a nation of its own. The Ijos, the Ishekiris, the Ibibios, all these people, they were all nations of their own rights. The Edos, the Afemas, the Urobos, the Ibibios, the Calabaris, they were all nations of their own right. That's why they have kings. Even within the eastern region, the one this colonial master gave us the name, which we were never a region to anybody. Also have their own kings. They speak one language, but yet they are the nation within the nations. So somebody coming to tell you that you are east, you are west, you are south. It was the plan of these idiots from Britain. That very low-leveled, uneducated, Lord Lugard and his stupid girlfriend Florence gave us all these useless names now. So how many of you actually signed up for Nigeria? Please, guys, excuse me 1 minute. No, how many of you actually signed up for Nigeria? How many of your parents told you that they signed up for Nigeria before Nigeria became a federation? To me, I am a Southerner. I am an Edo man. My brother and a very stupid girlfriend. Very stupid people. They were giving us, dividing us as if we were just like some bunch of conquest. And some of us are believing that crap. The Benins were doing business with the East through the Niger. The Benins were doing business with the East through the Niger. The Benins were doing business with the West. We were always working, pari pursuit like family. Jaja Popo was a very good friend of the Benin Kingdom. Before the coming of these stupid people. They developed cattle country for us, and today they tell us say one at east, one at west, one at south. My forefathers, before they died, they didn't know what was Nigeria. Because there was no Nigeria in the dictionary. Before these people came and forced this whole thing on us. Do you know that Africa was divided in Belgium? All this is we call countries today in Africa. Countries today in Africa. We're divided in Belgium. They divide Africa in Belgium. Do you know how they divide Africa as a business empire? Where they can conquer people, take us as slaves. Yeah, sorry, sir, in Berlin. As slaves. That's how they came. This one is Ivory Coast. This one is Ghana. This one is Nigeria. They do nonsense there. My brothers. There's no country in Africa. Yeah, Germany. Yeah, Germany. There was no country in Africa. No country. No country in Africa. They're all business empires created by these idiots. That's why Africa is not working up to today. Because the concept of the creation of the African state was of business empires, not to rule. That's the concept, not to rule. The country wasn't created for us to rule. No. Just to make money from us. That was just it. So when we began to fight for independence, what they do was to superimpose their stupid culture on us. They made us lose our own indigenous languages. In order for them, we speak English today. Is English my language? Is French our language in Africa? We lost our identity. Now we're hearing stupid things from the north, from these idiots. Guys, my plea with you guys is this. We must unite. Let's go back to the foundation. Many of us know history. We know where we are coming from. Let's return back. Let's not keep quiet and allow this evil to continue. No. Let's go over to the foundation. We are from the savannah forest. We are Southerners. Before all this Southeast, Southwest came, there was nothing like that. These people gave us those useless names. Jolly, look, not mad them. That's what I'm saying now. No, guys, you know, say these people, they wash also. They wash. Let me tell you something. If you don't speak your own language, if you don't speak your mother dialect, you are actually an illiterate. If you don't speak your mother's dialect, your own dialect, if you're Bini, you're Igbo, you don't speak your own dialect, you are actually an illiterate. Sometimes I love most Bini people today. I'm going to come for you people in the next 5 minutes. I laugh at most Benin people today because they think that they are very interested. They think they are very educated by making their children not to speak Benin. Brother, sister, you are any Benin person that cannot speak Benin, na bon fool. I don't miss my words. If you're a Benin person, you can't speak Benin, you are a slave. You are still a slave to the slave masters. If you're an Igbo person, Yoruba person, Ihejirika, wherever you are, you can't speak your dialect. You don't teach your children how to speak their dialect. Bros, sister, you guys are still in the 14th century. You are still slaves to the slave masters. You are losing the all ingredients of your birthright to these people. So my cry is we need to wake up. We need to fight and make Nigeria working. You see me? Do you know one thing? Yeah, this guy, they know me. I am 100% African. I see wear beads. I wear beads. Beads. From head to toe, beads. Out. I still respect that culture. See, today I just like an Yoruba man because I live in Yoruba land for years. Let's unite. Unity is what we want. Please, every one of you, if you are from IPOB, Masob, Oduduwa, the Great Benin descendant, all of us, let's come together. Let's unite. Let's make this South work. Let's defend our people. Our mothers need us. Our fathers need us. Our brothers need us. We are the generation that they hope will change the narrative of oppression. Let us sell out. Let us allow ego to take over that thing that we know will help us to change everything that is wrong in our systems. I'm pleading with you guys. I love my Benin. I love my Southern brothers. We are one indivisible family. We can do it if only we decide to do it. I want to say, please, guys, let's stop the castigation. Let's stop the hatred. Let's stop the unnecessary war on each other. It makes no sense. Let's just continuously believing, supporting one another for the betterment of all. Nigeria and South can be great again. We have all it takes. Let's leave these people, all these stupid leaders. Let's focus on ourselves. If it's possible, let's record them back, send them back to their homes, and put the people that actually love the state or the nation called the South, and see if we all will be celebrating in the next few years. The success, the victory of the Southern Nigeria is in your hands, is in my hands. Together, we can make that part of that nation great again. Let us not give up. We have what it takes to change the narratives. We've done it in many places. We can do it one more time. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you again. It's another wonderful time being with you guys again. Okay? I want to prep my Apple brothers. Please, let's start having a rethink. Okay? Let's start having a rethink again. Let's unite together in the South and come out with a unified demands against the Nigerian state. In that only, we can work out something faster than doing it individually. One can kill 1,000, but two can kill 10,000. That's what the Bible says. If 1,000, two 10,000. That's a geometric progression. So if you put S together, Bible said 2S are better than 1. So 3S will be more powerful than 1. So if we have this all put together, there's possibility of us getting what we need faster is 100% sure. But individually, we have an issue. That is my take. I love you guys. God bless you all. See you later in the evening again, 7 p.m. as we continue to talk. It's not an easy job, but what can we do? Within Nigeria, we can come home. Within the South, we can come home. I need that Edo State that I can come home. I need that Anambra that I can come home. I need the Lagos that I can come home. I'm not from the North. That's why I said I don't have a house in Abuja. I refuse to be. I don't have a house in Lagos. I built in Edo State because I'm a pan Edo man. Okay. I love this. I love the South. I can't build a house in Abuja. I will never do that. Sorry, guys. I'm going to build a house. I can build a house in the East. I live in the Yoruba land for a very long time. But for me to go to the North, it's not possible because we don't think alike. We might live in the one country, but our thinking mentality are not the same. So no matter how it is, no matter how cheap, no matter how flamboyant, how expensive that place will be, I will never do that. That's my own take. I tell people every day, people always say, you are different. I say, yeah, I'm a very different brand of persons. I love Africa. I love the Southern Nigeria. We are good people. Very, very articulate set of people. Let us not allow anyone to deceive us into believing we are not cooperative. We are very, very cooperative. We can do it if we want to do it. And this is the right time to put our differences together and make the Nigeria of our dreams work. Thank you, my brothers. God bless you. Have a blessed day. And please, 7 o'clock. So guys, 7 o'clock in the evening today, we're going to have we're having the show continue 7 o'clock in the evening. Please, guys, just join us up. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Bye for now.